All right, welcome to week 11. If you're watching this video, it's because you are in my English 10 class and you were gone on one or multiple days this week. So this is the game plan. This is the week before Thanksgiving. We have a week 11 check-in form that we're going to work on. It's just going to allow you to tell me where you're at currently with lots of things. We are going to continue our writer's workshop activity, but instead of me kind of lecturing you, it's going to be more so an interactive group activity with expert groups. So we will be doing that on Tuesday this week. We're going to have some independent reading time. We'll have a grammar lesson on misplaced modifiers, and then we're going to have some time to just start working on our argumentative essay. I have given you feedback on your graphic organizers that you started last week, which is trying to brainstorm some reasons and statements and claims and coming up with a thesis. And I think I found kind of a common thing in terms of we just need to be more specific with our thesis. So we'll talk about that in class on Tuesday, and then first chapter Friday. Please check Canvas. A lot of you have submitted your Super Bowl ads, which I know feels like a lifetime ago because it kind of was. A lot of you gave me either just the script and no video or no magazine, or you gave me just the video or the magazine but no script, and I can't grade it until I have both. So please check to see if you got a notification from me about that. So the week check-in form, 11 check-in form, is linked in the slides. It's also on Canvas. And again, you are just using this as an opportunity to give me some insight into how you're doing, how class is going, what I can do as a teacher to make it better. Because if there's something that's just not working, and especially if it's something consistent that we do in this class, I want to make sure that I know about it so I can figure out how to make it better. So I appreciate your honesty and time in responding to this. I really do honestly read every single one because I value what you have to say. So take a second to fill that out for me. This part for our writer's workshop, you have to be in class in order to complete it because it's an in-class activity, but I do want you to look over the notes. So essentially what I'm having us do in class is form 6 groups, and you're going to become the expert in whatever topic I give you. Everyone will have a different topic, and then you'll talk about it in different groups about what you learned about your topic. So you'll decide what are the top 3 most important things about the topic assigned to you. So you can look over those notes linked on Canvas. Then we'll have some independent reading time. And then for our grammar lesson, we're going to learn about misplaced modifiers. So you're going to watch this video and tell me, what does a modifier do? What is a dangling modifier? And what is a squinting modifier? And then we'll review that together. So a modifier can be a word, a phrase, a clause, and it's something that modifies information about another part of that sentence. So something that gives clarity or additional information. And the problem with misplaced modifiers is that it creates unintentional ambiguity, just meaning that it can create confusion, and we're not sure what is connected to what. So an example would be, thief robs town with the world's largest chocolate bunny. Does this mean that he's actually robbing the chocolate bunny itself, or he's just robbing a town that happens to also have the world's largest chocolate bunny? We don't know because the modifier is misplaced. So if you changed it to something like this, it gives a lot more clarity as to what we're talking about. So with a dangling modifier, this is when there's a modifier present, but it's just not really connected to anything specific, and it's just kind of hanging out, and it's not really helpful at all. A squinting modifier is when it's caught between 2 different things, and it really could go either way, but there's just not enough clarity to know, is it this thing or this thing? So squinting modifiers specifically are often adverbs, like this one, rapidly, talking about how fast you're doing something. So how do you fix that? One of 2 ways. You either put the modifier closer to what it really is supposed to modify, or you totally reword the sentence entirely, and it could look something like this. So you're changing everything in order to really provide some clarification. So we're also going to watch this video. This is a crash course video, and we're going to talk about papers and writing essays, and I want you to answer these 2 questions. What should you do in the pre-writing phase? And tell me, should your draft be as close to perfect as possible? Another thing we're going to watch, this is like a 7-second clip.
Wikipedia is the best thing ever. Anyone in the world can write anything they want about any subject. So you know you are getting the best possible information.
So, why should you be cautious about using Wikipedia? Obviously, this is humor, sarcasm. Why should you be cautious? Tell me, cautious. Tell me in your slide. Okay, so I'm going to go over with you the final project instructions. We'll be talking about this on Thursday, but if you're absent that day, you'll want to hear the rest of this video to understand what's happening, because we are rounding the corner and ending this unit. So we are obviously going to write an argumentative / persuasive paper. We've kind of started the ball rolling on that. Your first draft is going to be due December 2nd, and your first draft is going to be worth 5 points. So it's not just the final draft that's worth points, it's also your first. 5 points. By December 6th, which is a Monday, we are going to do some revision stations and peer feedback. Because at this point your first draft should be done, so we're going to work on revising. And then December 14th, the week of this week, we are going to have it be a work week and a check-in week. So you're going to bring your essay to me, we're going to talk about it, and give you some time to revise it. And then your final draft needs to be done and finished by December 17th. This means that essentially you should not have any homework from my class over winter break, because I don't like assigning homework over any type of break at all. So you'll notice 5 points here, 5 points for this revision station feedback by participating in this. So that's 25 points altogether. That's a very big chunk of points, considering the fact that our weekly Google Slides are only worth 10. So you need to pick a topic, which we talked about last week, and you're going to craft an argument around it, and you're going to use the rhetorical elements, ethos, pathos, and logos, to persuade your audience. And you're also going to use the evidence and all the other strategies that we've learned in this unit so far. When you are picking your topic, I want you to ask yourself these questions. Can I write enough about this topic to meet the requirements in the rubric? Will it be easy for me to find enough sources about this topic? Is the topic actually debatable? Sometimes we get confused and we think that just because we have an opinion on something means that it's debatable, but that's not always the case. So you'll see when I hand back your graphic organizers from last week, you'll notice whether or not you kind of are leaning in that direction or not. If you are wanting to pursue honors credit for English 10, there's going to be an option to do that with this project, so you'll take a look at the rubric to see that. And then again, the week of the 15th, so basically the last week before winter break, we are going to use this as work time, and we're going to use it as check-in conferences scheduled into our normal class time. So you are going to explain the revisions that you've made so far, you're going to ask questions, you're going to show me your first draft, the draft that you're revising, and then hopefully give you enough time to work on finalizing that draft. So this is the rubric. You can see the standards that we have. You need to include ethos, pathos, and logos. You need to include a minimum of 2 of each. So there should be 10 total. 2 numbers, 2 facts, 2 quotes, 2 examples, and 2 analogies as evidence. You need to have a clear introduction, a concluding paragraph, and a reference list. We're doing the APA format, so if you need help with formatting, the link is here, which means 12-point font times no New Roman, double-spaced, and a minimum of 3 pages long, but it's double-spaced. The title page does not count as one of your 3. For honors, you are going to provide a counterclaim in your essay with at least 3 types of evidence to support it, and it can be any of the 5. The essay needs to be a minimum of 4 pages, double-spaced, all the same formatting. So this is so that is the rubric. It's all listed out for you. If you have questions about this, please let me know. But we are going to get started on that this week. So to end class this week, we're going to finish our outline, which is the graphic organizer that you came up with and started working on. And then first chapter Friday is The Sun is Also a Star by Nicola Yoon, and you can watch the trailer for that on here. So if you have any questions about what we're doing in English 10, please let me know.